All right, so here we are, y'all. It's a thing. It's a whole thing. It's your girl, Tierani Lachelle, creator and founder of Plan, Create, Execute Academy. Welcome to the first episode of Show Up Like a Boss. Oh my gosh.
Come on,
it's
friend.
a thing. And it's the collaboration for me, y'all. Our first episode is being brought to you with the Drekkia Writes, y'all. It's your girl, y'all. She's out here killing it. I'm so excited to be able to share her with my community. We just want to have, a little girl talk. We just want to see what's going on with Drekkia Writes. And so I'm going to actually read her bio just so y'all can know who we rocking with. And for those of you who have not been in contact with her, we're going to make sure that everything that you need in order to get in contact with her is going to be in the show notes. So definitely tap in because I brought us a gem today, y'all. So Drekkia Writes, the poet, the artist, the creator, the energy curator, period. CEO of 7 of Arts, an educational consulting firm. She is the founder of the women's empowerment organization, Hey Sis, and a published author with the book 17 Mirrors and the Art of Securing the Bag. Listen, period. Writes is an award-winning spoken word artist. She's formerly served as the Arts and Education Program Manager for the state of Arkansas and currently serves as the youngest elected official on the Little Rock School District School Board, and serves as a commissioner on the Arts and Culture Commission. Wow. Her background is in teaching poetry and creative writing as a way to help modify behavior, address social emotional learning, and to help increase literacy and communication skills. She is a graduate of the University of Central Arkansas, where she studied business administration, insurance, and risk management. She is also a radio personality on 96.5 FM, providing inspiration every Tuesday. Wright's main focus in life is to entertain, educate, and empower the community through the arts. Ladies and gentlemen, the Drekkia Writes. Come on, y'all. Come on. We have to clap up. Listen.
I'm just loving it. I'm so excited about this conversation that we are about to have, y'all. But before we even get started, I want to say, what's up, everybody? It's the poet, the artist, the creator, and energy curator, Drekkia Writes, and we are live.
Absolutely.
And you know what's up. Tierani is such a dope person, y'all. I'm telling you, we connected just instantly and have been rolling ever since. So I'm excited to get into this conversation today and drop some real gems.
It's a whole thing. It's a big deal to me, y'all. This is an honor. I'm so excited. Like she said, we definitely hit it off instantly. I mean, I just feel like spirit knows spirit. And so that vibe was what it needs to be. And for me, I'm all about being resourceful. I pride myself on making sure the people that I come into contact with, that they understand that I'm a resource. And if they are resourceful, I try to share them with my people as well. So that's what this is, and I'm just so grateful that you accepted the invitation to join us. Like I said, y'all, this is the first episode. I tried to do this last year. We tried it, and I'm not gonna say we weren't successful, but what I will say is that business is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. And so when you're not focused, when you're not thinking and operating from an abundant mindset, it will cause you to not show up the way that you need to. And so I realized over these past, it's literally been a year since the last episode that I recorded. And so at this point, I'm just like, I'm coming from a completely different point of view. And so at this point, what I wanted to do is just make sure that all the lessons that I've learned over the past years, all the lessons that my guests have learned, that we just provide you all with the gems and the knowledge to help you to show up like the boss that we know that you are. So, y'all, let's get into these questions.
Giving what it's supposed to have gave.
Period. That's what I'm saying. So first of all, Drekkia, could you just give us your brand story? Let's talk about who you are and how did you get here?
Okay, so boom, October 20th, 1993, I popped out of my mama. at the hospital, and I believe I was born in Southwest Hospital. But so I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I grew up in Southwest, and when I was in 6th grade, I got introduced to poetry. My teacher, Miss Bradswell, and after that, like, I just really took to it. Like, I would write all the time. Then when I was in 9th grade, I started performing poetry, and I read my first poem at church, and my mom had made me read it at church. And after I read it at church, like, all the church people, they like loved it. My mama said, "Ooh, I just feel like you're telling my story." And that really stuck with me. It made me want to become better as a performer, and it made me realize just how powerful that my voice was, because I was writing my own story, but not knowing I was writing somebody else's too. So I just took that as a gift from God, and I just use it to help me navigate this life. Like, I always tell people, I do poetry for a living. Like, that is my baby. That is just what I do. It's how I express myself. It's how I reach. It's how I teach. It's just a part of everything that I do. So being introduced to poetry is really what, I hate to say saved my life, but it's what gave me life. Because right now with my business, 7 of Arts, I offer creative-based professional and personal development, and I also curate events and experiences that incorporates elements of the art. Because my whole thing is, like, how do we empower people? How do I teach you something that's going to help you elevate? Absolutely. So through my company, I teach poetry workshops with youth. I teach educators how to use the art of poetry to help their students in core areas like literacy, and to help kids, like, also improve their communication skills. So through that, I don't know, I just feel like I just have, I don't know, this divine assignment, and I'm just so excited to be here. Last year in November, I had officially left my job as the Arts and Education Program Manager, because I was sitting at my desk, and I liked my job. I did, it was cool, but I wanted to get back into the direct service part of things. But I was sitting at my desk, and I was planning out my calendar for the next year, and something was just like, "Girl, you're not even gonna be here that long." And I was like, "What?" See, I had already been planning and plotting, but I was a little scared, right? Because I was doing my business on the side, and I wasn't doing it full time. And like how you said earlier, that this whole game is about, like, your mindset. Absolutely. Most importantly. And I had to get my mindset in alignment with what I knew in my heart that I could do. And once I changed my mindset and I became faithful enough to believe in things that I had not seen yet, like when I left my job, I didn't have no contracts lined up, didn't have no 6 months or nothing saved up. Like, I just, based on faith, and like, God made a way, and I've been able to excel and grow doing what I love and helping people. So absolutely. My brand, what is my brand? My brand is poetry. It's helping, educating, entertaining, and empowering people through
absolutely.
The arts.
And she's killing it. Oh my gosh. Not only have I been able to witness her from afar, I've also been able to work with her up close, and I can attest to the fact that she is just something about it, and you can just tell that she's flowing and just going. And it's a matter of just staying in faith. I love the fact that, because that's what I had to do. It's been a faith walk for me, and it's been so empowering and so purposeful. I remember we were talking offline where we were just like, and we ain't missed a meal. We still good, even though let me tell you. And the thing is, it's just like, he's going to continue to provide for us as long as we obey him, and as long as we're willing to follow him. And I love the fact that you've chosen to walk this thing out fully. And here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with continuing to work and do what it is that you need to do as you build. But I love the fact that you knew it was time to make that shift. Right. As a result of you following your spirit, man, you made a decision, and it's been fulfilling. And I just love all of that for you. So you also actually answered the second question, which was to tell me about your business and your but the last one was about your community. I would love for us to talk about what you're preparing for, girl, and what you're out here doing as far as, is it Melanin Land?
The Melanin Land.
The Melanin.
Yes, as a part of what I do to, like I said, I love to empower people. So I do have a women's organization that I actually created because I was just going through some things and I was like, man, I need something. I don't know what I need, but I just feel like I need to create a community. And I don't think people even realize, like, my group, HACES, it literally came from me being in a dark place and really trying to claw my way out of it. Like, I know I needed something and I had to act on it. So by creating that kind of community and trying to help other people and also helping myself and learning new things about how to rise back up from the fire,
right?
Like, I was just able to create a community of dope women who have that same spirit of, like, they want to grow, they want to glow, they want to go, and they just want to be the best that they can be and, like, literally be internally happy. So right now, it's evolved into something so much more than I initially envisioned. So in 2019, when I started the group HACES, like, I was just with women together. We would do group photo shoots, different themes. Like, we did Valentine's Day one, we did a boudoir shoot, we did Thanksgiving, Halloween, like, just different kinds of photo shoots. And then we would do, like, concealed carry classes. Like, I wanted the women to know about safety and how to handle weapons. Financial classes, we do community give backs, where we, make food, do give backs to those experiencing homelessness. But as of this year, one of the themes that I wanted was melanin. Like, for a long time, I had just been thinking about this chocolate covered rainbow. Like, I would write it in my time, but I was so nervous to do it because I had that mindset of, I don't want to exclude nobody because, man, I like people in general, period.
Right.
You're a good person, I like you, no matter what color you are. But I was so fixated on trying to, like, be so bright and open that my thing, it was open to everybody. And that was a great thing, nothing wrong with that. But what I found is when I finally pushed past that fear of, like, excluding other people and niche down and was like, man, I want to do melanin, and made, like, the theme of this photo shoot was melanin. So you already know it's gonna be black, because like I said, I had been fixated on this idea. I promise you, I thought about it so long. Matter of fact, it had several different names. It was gonna be called, I was initially gonna call it February Skin. Then I had Skin Rainbow. I had all kind of names, Chocolate City. But then this year in May, I said, I want to do melanin in May. That's going to be the theme of the photo shoot this time, And it just turned out so good in Little Rock, where we were able to bring out over 100 women. We came in our coordinating outfits, took pictures, had networking activities, food, drinks.
Absolutely. It was lit.
So literally with these photo shoots, I just curate the spaces so that women can find their tribe. Like, I want them to be able to find their friend or accountability partner, all kind of things, Absolutely. So after that, I just seen the response that it got, and I'm like, man, I want to make this into its own identity. Absolutely. So now we have the Melanin Land, and the Melanin Land is now on a tour. So we did Little Rock, we did Atlanta. This Sunday on June 26th, we'll be doing Dallas, and then from there we're going to Houston, the real Chocolate City, Washington D.C., New Orleans. Like, we're just going to travel.
I'm so excited.
3-day conference.
That is so dope. Oh my gosh, we were a part of history. I'm lit, y'all. I definitely got in where I fitted in because I just knew that was really powerful. And y'all, it was just so amazing to be amongst the Black girl magic. It was just something about the atmosphere. It was just something about being connected with other quality women. Like, women, we love women. This is what we're here for. Like, we're gonna definitely ride, and girls, we run the world. So it's just like to come together to be able to operate in that power and see that morph into what it has. I'm just like, it's up. I'm so excited. It's successful already, and it's just gonna continue. So I can't wait to see where you are years from now. Like, where do you see this going? Like, I know you're saying you're on tour now, but, like, do you see a bigger vision?
Yes, I actually see it being like a very highly anticipated event.
Absolutely.
That everybody's going to want to be a part of. It's going to attract just these like-minded women who want to like really connect and build connections with people, because I believe we need each other. Like I said, I created this group because I needed something. I needed I know I need to be exposed to other dope women who are out here making things happen.
Yes.
So I want every woman who comes to my event to be able to leave with something. Like, I don't want you to just have the experience while it's there. Like, when you leave, I want you to linger.
Absolutely, because community is everything. Like, I know some people try to make it seem like I don't need nobody, no new friends, and I'm really straight on it. Like, that's not who I am. I welcome all the divine connections that I'm supposed to be connected with so that I can level up in life, because as a result of us coming together, we'll be able to do so much more. And so I think it's so much power in the numbers, and you need to be connected to some form of community. And it doesn't have to just be one, but you got to find your tribe, your people. And so, listen, you got 2 sets of communities right here. And my thing is, I'm a part of both, honey, because
you like, when people be talking about no new friends and all that, I feel like people be thinking that, you need to try to make BFFs out of everybody you meet. That's not the truth. Like, you don't have to try to meet somebody and you want to be so close that, this is who you share all your secrets with and everything.
Right.
Like, I think people don't realize that, you can really have great connections with people and then not have to be so extra. And I think, I don't know, when people talk about no new friends, it's because their idea of it is just, it's kind of skewed. Like, they just,
it's limited.
Having these great connections that they can have.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, where you're coming from it from a scarce point of view. And I think that because my thing is, I have friends who I can communicate and talk with about business. I have friends who I can communicate and talk with about my personal life. I have friends who we churchy and we just saved, and all we're going to do is talk about God, and we're going to pray, and we're going to do I have a plethora of friends, and it's just like, I think that sometimes we try to put so much pressure on these different relationships, and the goal is not to burn bridges, ladies. Like, we got to make sure that we understand the relationship and what the expectation is of the relationship, just so that anytime something outside of that comes up, you can communicate about it and just really try to figure out what's up so you can make the best decisions for yourself. But just shutting out the ideal of connecting with new people, shutting out the ideal of being focused on only specific things as it pertains to the relationship, I think you shrink and you don't have the ability to really just take advantage of the abundant opportunity. So, with that being said, let's try.
Like a poem.
Oh, okay, because listen, put me on, sis. I'm gonna let you. Really, I'm gonna see what you can really do with me, because I really be. I feel
like you got bars.
You said what?
I feel like you got bars.
I think I got a few, But anyways, listen, talk to me about what you think you would say the top 3 skills a successful entrepreneur has.
The top 3 skills: the ability to be optimistic.
Absolutely.
The ability to have faith. And when I say faith, I mean having crazy faith. I believe in things that don't make sense at the moment.
Hello.
That you cannot see or confirm. And thirdly, is having that self-determination. Like, really that's real. So you gotta be optimistic, faithful, and confident in what you offer the world, because those are 3 things that are really gonna propel you in your journey.
Absolutely. You gotta be able to speak to, like, the way that we present ourselves. Like, that matters to the people that we expect to do business with. Like, if you coming up and you're not confident in what it is that you're offering, how can I believe that I'm actually going to get some sort of transformation from it? How can I actually believe that what you have is going to make my life better? So, listen, that is so important. And another thing that I want to add to it, just for this moment, is, well, you actually said it, the faithfulness, but another element of that is discipline, because you won't always be motivated. And so you just want to, wait a minute. You want to just make sure that you are, even in those days that you won't feel like it, you got to push through. You got to make it happen and remain faithful, like she said. So yes, absolutely. What does self-care look like for you in the season? You do a lot. You're out here getting it. So how do you make sure that you have time for yourself?
So part of self-care for me, like, one thing that I do love to do is nothing. Like laying down doing nothing, like just mindlessly scrolling on the phone, but doing nothing that does not really need me. You know, I love it. Laying down on the couch doing nothing. Oh, that sounds so good. Feels so good. But another part of self-care too is like understanding that it's a daily thing that you have to practice. So when I wake up in the morning, I give thanks because there's so many things to be grateful for. So instead of being so fixated on what I want and what I need and what I need to work on, I thank God for what I have and where I am now every morning. And then I also am very mindful of what I consume with my ears and my eyes. So on a daily basis, I'm consuming content that actually contributes to where it is I want to go in life. So I'm an artist, you know, I have this empowerment organization. So I'm looking at other people and their business models and what they have going. Those people that inspire me, I just check them out. I see what they're doing, what systems they got in place. You know, how do they present themselves? Like, how have they been able to achieve the success that they have? And, you know, how can I mirror that? Absolutely. And I listen to audiobooks. I love that, you know, when I'm in the shower, you know, since that's a part of my daily routine already, I'm already just like, you know, Alexa, play Audible with my little books, or I'll...
What's your favorite book? I gotta ask you.
Well, I have a couple favorite ones that I feel like really have helped me get to this point too. So, number one, there's this one called How to Be a Badass and Stop Doubting Your Greatness by Jen Sincero. Dope.
Write that down.
And the other two, Think and Grow Rich and The Science of Getting Rich, because I feel like that really unlocked a piece of me, because when you grow up in poverty, I do realize now, like, our mindset around money is skewed. Like, we can view it as negative, and if we desire it, for some reason, there's a negative emotion associated with it. But just listening to those audiobooks and thinking about, like, you know, it's okay to want to be paid for what it is that you offer the world, to want to get money, because I used to feel like, I don't know, it was a bad thing. Like, I just didn't want to talk about it. Like, it felt weird for that reason. But money is a resource and it's a tool, and we need it to really be able to thrive and live in the abundance and fullness that we truly desire. We need money, and it's okay to want money. You know, it's not okay to, you know, live in greed, or you don't want to want money because you just want to give it away. You want money because you want to be able to help yourself and help others. Like, you want to have a balance with it. So Absolutely. Just listening to those books helped me unlock those emotions that I had attached to money. And those feelings that I had attached to money, it really came from childhood. And in the Jen Sincero's book, when she talked about how to be a badass, she talked about like how our childhood and what we experience growing up really affects how we feel things. So when I was just able to understand myself and reflect on my past, and it made so much sense why I thought how I thought, I didn't have to try to train myself and get myself into a different mindset so that I can elevate.
Absolutely. Rewiring your belief system is critical. As we said, like, business is pretty much mindset as well as that strategy. And I love the fact that you understood that was something that was necessary in order to make that shift. And in this season, I'm actually working with a life coach who's really just helping me to go through those different childhood traumas and just really just rectify and make those shifts. And it's been so rewarding. So sis, just a little plug right here. I love the fact that this kind of came up in the conversation. Sis, go and make sure that you take care of that. Go check on your childhood. Go deal with those traumas. Do what you need to, because mindset is definitely the biggest component when it comes to you showing up the way that you need to. And the way that you show up in your personal life is a direct reflection of the way it is that you show up in your business. And I'm telling you,
there we go.
Ask me how I know. Please ask me how I know, baby. This is definitely, I mean, even now, being able to communicate with you now, I'm going back, and here's the thing: you also want to extend yourself grace, because you could only know what you knew, and you were only exposed to what you were exposed to at that time. And that's the reason why you want to put yourself in communities, and you want to put yourself in rooms with people who are doing better than you, who's smarter than you, who knows more than you, just so that you're capable of gleaning and understanding things from a different perspective. Because as a result of that, you'll be able to do so much more. And so,
yep.
Listen, girl, that was good. I appreciate you speaking to that. I'm actually make sure that I'll go find those books and tag those books that she dropped in the show notes, just so if you want to take advantage of it, you most definitely can. We got a few more. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, sis.
Because you got me started now.
Okay, say less.
Talk about mindset too. Like, I know we always throw those words out and tell people to do that. But what I found too, a lot of people, when we hear it, now the question is, okay, how you do that? How do you rewire your mindset?
Okay, you got some steps.
That sounds great. Well, and we already kind of covered some of them. So first of all, you being intentional about what you consume with your ears and your eyes. So
absolutely.
Pick up listening to motivational podcasts, looking at people who are living the kind of life that you want to model yours after. And not that you want to live their life, but they probably have attained this kind of success.
All right, then. So basically what happened was the recording stopped. So we have to pick up where we left off. And so that's where we're going to start at this point, because Drekkia was dropping the gems. Yes. So with that being said, I'm going to let her take it from here.
So when it comes to trying to rewire your mindset and really empower yourself to really start your journey of walking in your purpose and success.
Yes.
There are a few things I just want to, offer you that you can use that help me. Now, one of the biggest things were using Post-it notes and writing those affirmations and speaking of the future as if it already existed. So I do call that manifestation and affirmations, because I will write these Post-it notes at work. Like literally when I was working, I had hundreds of Post-it notes. Every day I would write a note. I am somebody, I will succeed. Like, God did not leave me. He didn't bring me here to leave me. Like, my voice matters. I will rise up from this fire. I'll be happy. I'll be in a healthy relationship. I will leave this job because I knew I couldn't stay there, even though I liked it. It was comfortable, but I know God just had something bigger for me. So I'm like, I had a timeline for myself. I'm like, I will be leaving. Yeah. It's a reminder that you can't stay. So writing those Post-it notes and just affirming yourself and putting out there the energy you want, like, that really can help you and keep you reminded on a daily basis. The second thing is, again, being mindful of what you consume with your ears and your eyes. So wake up, listen to podcasts, listen to YouTube videos. I love looking at interviews. I love looking at interviews of people that I admire. Listen to audiobooks. Consume good information.
Yeah.
All right. Change your news feed up. If you find yourself on social media all the time, you can't wean yourself off of it. Go follow pages, inspirational pages, so that when you are scrolling, you come across content that's gonna feed you and not drain you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and investing in yourself. I think that's one of the greatest ways to show that you believe
that you mean business. Yeah.
When you put money behind yourself, it's a different kind of energy.
Mm-hmm. And it's on you to get that return at the end of the day. It's just like, it's a matter of you get out what you put in. And you also have to be careful, because as a result of putting those negative things, that negativity is going to come out. When you are pouring in positive things, positivity is going to come out. And the thing is, there are some things that we just do subconsciously, and that's the reason why we have to do a great work of rewiring our belief systems, just because there are some things that are just lingering around, just because that's the environment that you came up in. That's another thing. The places that you go, they matter as well. But yes, for the tips, I don't gotta add nothing, because you really
I forgot the most important one. Go see that lady.
Huh?
Go to psychologytoday.com. Search for the kind of person you want. I went on there. I searched Black woman counselor, and I scrolled through, and whoever picture and profile description resonated with me, that's who I went with. And I go to Joyce Wesley in Little Rock.
Come on, plug. Let me tell you.
My girl. Dope. And another thing about counseling too, because some people like to say, it don't work, that people don't like them. You have to date around with counselors, because I've had different kinds. I tried them all out. Only one I haven't had is a white man.
Listen, and see, that's where we was just not gonna go because you don't know nothing about me.
I don't know. I gotta try one out to see. They might have some information for me, but when I tell you, I've just tried people, both genders, different colors, races. I have, and sometimes whoever you are going to, they might resonate with different parts of your life.
I ain't even thought about.
Yeah, like now where I was when I went to Joyce, like that, it made sense. But I don't think the counselor that I had in college would be fitting for where I am. So date around, don't give up.
That's the one.
Go see that lady.
Go see that lady. No, that's for real. That's a whole thing. It wasn't until I started talking about my stuff and dealing with my stuff then I really started to see the results that I was looking for. So absolutely.
And tell the truth when you're in there.
Tell the truth.
Like we try to make ourselves look good, that we'll leave out pieces of information, but that information that you find yourself trying to keep to yourself because you don't want to look bad, that's actually what you need to let out. Because what that counselor can do is like process this information from an unbiased standpoint and be able to give it back to you so that you can get the information that you need to help you like go to the next level. And like that's the only way you're gonna grow, if you can be honest about who you are. Like we go out through life blaming other people for why we're not happy, unsuccessful, when the whole time you're the problem.
Hello.
But a lot of us don't want to say that because we don't want to disrupt the illusion that we have of ourselves.
That's wow. That's it, y'all, right there. She really just came and did a slick masterclass, and we just loved it. Listen, I just got one more question, and then I'm gonna let you go about your day. We appreciate all that you've dropped on us today. What do you wish you had known when you first started out?
When I first started out, I wish I had known the importance of like how to really build relationships with people who've already patronized your business, like how to capitalize on that moment. So when you first work with somebody and you know it was a good experience, like knowing how to continue that relationship afterwards is so important, because you know I've done several things with different organizations, but after I was done, like that was it. So I encourage people to, whenever you work with anybody, realize that those are already people that's bought into what you have, so they'll be easy to sell to moving forward. So how do you maintain them relationships with those people? That's sending up follow-up emails. Because I know it, during Poetry Month, I'll just revisit people that I've worked with and say Happy Poetry Month. That's how you keep those connections and keep people.
Gotta keep them going.
And then to ask for reviews. Don't be afraid to ask for reviews, because we live in a time where people, they want to know that you qualify and they want to hear from other people. Yep, and then you want to ask for a favor and ask for recommendations, y'all. If I would have understood that when I first started, oh my gosh, you know. And I still have an opportunity to still capitalize on that, but
absolutely you do.
On the jump, I just could have been doing a better job of like having my next opportunity lined up for me.
Absolutely, and that matters, and I'm glad that you touched on that, because as you all know, that's what we do at Plan, Create, Execute Academy. We help you to develop those experiences that you provide your target audience, and the goal is to take them from unaware to most aware about what it is that you have to offer. And as she stated, someone who's already done business with you more than likely is going to be willing to do business with you again than someone who's never done business with you before. So maintaining those relationships and providing opportunities to continue to delight them with amazing high quality content, either telling them how they could continue to use the products and services that you're offering or other resources that may be available, or do you need to create something so that you can continue to build on the relationship and just make sure that they are served well. All of that is important. And listen, so Drekkia, you're gonna have to be a regular, because
right as well. I would love to. I like
you just set the tone and the pace for the guests to come. But I have some amazing gems that I want to share with my community and my audience. So y'all listen, Drekkia, tell them where they can find you, how they can connect with you. If you have anything coming up, this is time for you to plug yourself, girl.
Boom, 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 boop, boop, this, that, and third. You can find me on all social media platforms at Drekkia Writes. You can check out my website, Drekkia.com, and like from there you can see all the other things that I'm doing, because I have several websites and I just don't want to. I'll give them to you, but If you go to Drekkia.com, you'll find everything else. But I have my website, 7ofarts.com, where you can book my services. And then if you're interested in being a part of the Melanin Land, which is basically a traveling exhibit for women, and you can visit themelaninland.com. But check me out, like I said, on all social media platforms. Drekkia Writes. I'm Drekkia Writes everywhere. So you can contact me that way. If you'd like to email me, drekkiawrites@gmail.com. But that's how you can reach me. And as far as events coming up, like I said, we got the Melanin in Dallas happening June 26th. And then moving forward, I don't have dates for some of the things that we'll be doing, but we have vision board parties coming up, some concealed carry classes that'll be happening August. I'm just going to say August because I don't remember the date, but August.
Yes.
Concealed carry classes. And then again, the Melanin Land is traveling worldwide.
Worldwide, period. You heard it. I'm not gonna say you heard it first, but you heard it.
You heard it here.
You heard it here. But you got it. You got the scoop here. But y'all, oh my God. So I'm gonna just say this one last thing, because as you notice, Drekkia has so many different elements of herself, but she's operating as Drekkia Writes, and y'all, that is the dopeness about having a strong personal brand. You're capable of offering anything, and as long as you understand the target audience that you're looking to target, just because you're choosing to show up authentically and walk in your purpose, you don't miss out on opportunities to experience the abundance that God has. There's more than one element of you. There's more than one dimension of you. So consider what you bring to the table and get into it. All right. So thank you so much again, Drekkia. You are absolutely dope. However we can serve you and your business and your community, however we can support, please let us know. We are there. And yes, y'all, so we will get into, do you have something else that you want to say? You want to close out?
Well, I just want to say, y'all, make sure y'all invest in yourselves. Go see that lady and just get ready to elevate. If you are listening to this podcast, it is not by mistake. So please take heed to everything that's been given to you. I think I have a lot of gems. Tierani definitely have a lot of gems. And if you are working on your business, like, it would serve you so great to just go ahead and cut your learning curve short by investing in yourself and making sure you book with the brand experts right here. Okay? Save yourself some time. Save your company.
Listen, Dropping Gems got strategies, got tools, got all the things you need, girl. So
you need one-stop shop.
One-stop shop. We got an in-house graphic designer. So if you need to show up, we got a lifestyle. Listen, but this is not that time. I'm gonna let y'all know about how more y'all can connect with. Just know that if, like she said, if you're listening to this podcast, it is not by happenstance. And I'm so grateful that we were able to kick things off with you. You really set the tone. And I'm excited about the season that is to come.